In 2011, over 300 lighters were found inside a dead albatross. That's when it hit me, the small things we throw away never really disappear. They just drift off, leaving scars where life should have been clean. Don't worry about it. I just need a moment to think it over. Wait, something just came to mind. I've got the idea for a soldering tool in mind. The first step is to remove the top of the lighter. Make sure the lighter is completely out of gas, then carefully take it apart piece by piece, just like you see on screen. Actually, we're just using this lighter casing as the handle for our DIY soldering tool, so don't worry, there's absolutely no issue here. After removing all the components from the top of the lighter, we'll drill a hole at the gas nozzle area. Let me repeat, make sure the lighter is completely out of gas and always follow safety precautions. After drilling, we'll use a knife to trim the excess plastic, creating a smooth and better fitting surface. Next, we'll drill a small hole in the bottom of the lighter casing to feed the electrical wire through. Here I have a motorcycle valve stem. We'll screw its threaded part securely inside the lighter casing, right at the hole we drilled at the top. This part of screwing in the threaded piece takes a while, but I've sped up the video a bit. Be careful, don't fast forward too much or you might miss important details. This step is quite tricky, you'll need plenty of patience. Now we'll set it aside and move on to the next step. In this step I'll make a soldering tip from the core rod of an AA battery. Work carefully and use moderate force when pulling the core out. Don't yank it or it may crack or crumble. If the core looks brittle or likely to break, stop and choose another approach. We'll give the battery core a quick wipe to make it cleaner, helping the soldering process go smoothly and easily. To make the exterior resemble a soldering tip, we'll sharpen one end of the battery core. Here I have a single electrical wire. We'll connect one end to our DIY soldering tip and at the same time, secure it to the handle. Before connecting the wire, we'll thread the other end through the handle first, so everything looks neat once it's assembled. With the other end of the wire we'll attach an alligator clip. This will be connected to the positive terminal of the battery. Of course we can't skip this tool. The second wire will be connected to 2 alligator clips, and this setup will attach to the negative terminal of the battery. Earlier I mentioned using a battery, but I forgot it wasn't charged. So for now we'll use a multi-purpose battery from a drill or grinder to power the device. Its specifications are reasonable, providing just enough power for us to test it safely. These 2 metal washers act as intermediaries, allowing us to connect the battery power to our DIY soldering device. Be careful not to mix up the connections. The heat generated is just enough for us to carry out small tests with tiny metal objects. I'll start with some small tests and won't give my personal judgment, so you can form your own opinion. Watch until the end for a complete perspective. What's your take on this DIY soldering device? Personally, I find it very effective, enough for small tests with metal objects. Of course, there's still plenty of room for improvement, from making a more durable tip, optimizing the handle for comfort, to choosing a better power source. But with the simple materials and tools we had, the results are genuinely impressive and worth trying. If you're into DIY and enjoy creative recycling ideas, feel free to experiment or tweak it in your own way. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss the next DIY videos.